Hello everyone, this is Ethan and welcome back to another YouTube video. So with people starting to get their hands on the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 or both in increasing numbers, I wanted to make a video on what the best TV for gaming is at the moment, and the answer is the LG OLED C1. I've had this TV for about 3 months now and it is by far the best TV I've ever owned. The TV comes in 48, 55, 65, 77, and 83-inch versions. The price of the C1 ranges from $11.99 for the 48-inch model all the way up to $52.99 for the 83-inch model. This is the 77-inch version, and I sit 9 feet from the TV, and it costs $29.99 without tax. It's not cheap, but as I've said, this is the best TV that I've ever bought and perfect when it comes to next-gen gaming. Now this is my third OLED that I have gamed on, as before I gamed on the 2020 LG CX at 65 inches, and then before that on my parents' 2019 LG C9 at 55 inches. Now I know the 2022 models have just been announced, but those won't be out until spring at the earliest, and they will be very expensive at launch. So I have the TV hooked up to my PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and this TV takes full advantage of both consoles' capabilities. This TV is also extremely good for PC gaming as well. So what is exactly the difference between an OLED TV versus an LED LCD TV? Well, an LED LCD TV has backlights behind the screen that illuminate what is shown on the screen. An OLED TV, on the other hand, relies on its individual pixels that turn on and off that show the content on the screen. The advantages of this are perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and near instant response times. Colors are vibrant and lifelike as well. Because OLEDs rely on their individual pixels that turn on and off their content, they can be made extremely thin because they have no traditional backlight. I mean, just take a look at how thin this TV is. It's thinner than even my finger. So any technology, no matter how good, is never perfect, and OLED TVs are no exception. The disadvantages to OLED TVs compared to their LCD counterparts are that they do not get nearly as bright. I find that I have to draw down the blinds in the room so that the light from the outside does not wash out what is being displayed on screen. Another risk which is inherent to OLEDs is the risk of permanent screen burn-in. Now, if the TV is used correctly, you will not have to deal with this issue. I've used OLED TVs for many years and have not had a single issue of screen burn-in. I will talk more about screen burn-in later on in this video. So over the past couple months, I've been playing loads of games on this TV, such as Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Infamous Second Son, Returnal, Control Ultimate Edition, Forza Horizon 5, and Halo Infinite, and many other games, and each game has looked incredible on this TV. The television has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, 3 in the back and 1 facing out. The ports are rated at 40 gigabits per second, which is plenty for both consoles, as the PS5 goes up to 32 gigabits per second and the Xbox Series X goes up to 40 gigabits per second. This allows the TV to display content at up to 4K at 120 frames per second, which is what the PS5 and Xbox Series X can output at their maximum. The TV also supports ALLM, or Auto Low Latency mode, which means the TV automatically goes into game mode when switched to an input that the console is on. It gives you the lowest possible input lag by eliminating all non-essential picture processing. The TV also supports NVIDIA's G-Sync, AMD FreeSync, and Variable Refresh Rate, or VRR, to give you a screen-free tear experience as well, whether it's on console or on PC. So a unique feature of this TV and LG's 2021 lineup overall is the Game Optimizer bar. This allows you to select different game genres, which are FPS, RTS, RPG, and Standard, and the TV will adjust the picture according to that game genre selection. The Game Optimizer bar also shows FPS counter. You can go into the Game Optimizer menu, and this gives you the ability to tweak settings to give you the best possible gaming experience, such as black levels, white stabilizer, and fine-tune dark areas. Another unique feature that this TV has is called Boost Mode, which is found in the Game Optimizer menu. What Boost Mode does is that it lowers the input delay even further. With Boost Mode enabled, The TV has a 10 millisecond response time at 4K at 60 frames per second and around 5 millisecond response time at 4K at 120 frames per second, which is remarkable as that brings the TV closer in line with the dedicated gaming monitor. Now, there might be those who watch my video and ask, is there a risk of burn-in? Burn-in is when an object, such as a HUD like these shown here, is permanently displayed on screen with no way to get rid of it. It is caused by the cumulative non-uniform use of pixels at a specific area on screen. The answer is yes, there is a risk of burn-in, but LG have implemented measures that decrease the chance to nearly zero. For one, the TV has an automatic brightness limiter which can dim down the picture after extended periods of displaying a bright object. It can be annoying, but I've gotten used to it. Also, the TV has screen shift, which shifts the pixels around every so often, but not at a rate at which you'll notice while gaming. There is also a pixel cleaner, which takes about an hour, and basically the TV, when it is off, will clean the picture and get rid of any defects in the pixels. Also, putting your TV into standby when you turn it off, the TV will do a quick pixel compensation refresh cycle, which happens after the TV is on for 4 cumulative hours. Another way to prevent screen burn-in is if you don't want to turn off the TV, you can turn off the picture itself by going into the energy saving menu and select screen off, and it will turn off the screen but still keep this TV on. To get burn-in, you would have to actively leave the TV on for hours upon hours on end with the same static logos displayed. The good news is modern OLED TVs, especially ones after 2018, are very resistant to getting burn-in. Gaming at 4K at up to 60 frames per second and 120 frames per second is an absolute game changer, especially in multiplayer. Everything feels so smooth and responsive, and there is absolutely no screen tearing that I can see when gaming. The picture is nice and crisp thanks to the Alpha 9 Generation 4 processor, and the perfect contrast adds that extra layer of immersion. Gaming, especially at 77 inches, is extremely immersive and is a real treat. I've never had anything like this before. Well, you've just made to the end of another video, so thank you, I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss my next upload. Until next time.